I'm in a game right now, so I'm just shooting it. And I am wrecking the Clippers a little bit. So, sorry, I was not, I just forgot I was even doing a series on this, not even to.
The defensive players establishing his presence on the court, and also
so now I'm just starting it up real quick, and
first free throw is good.
Starting this off a little slow for me.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. George. Down low, Noel. To Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Cleaning the offensive glass. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Good shot. Beverly into the front court. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Paul George to Schroeder. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Green able to pull down the rebound. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Can't connect. Slam dunk. Desperation shot here from half court. The first quarter's complete. The Thunder with the lead. One quarter in the books. This has the potential to be a good one.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something has to give. Some team has to draw a line in the sand.
Patrick Patterson with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
George to Schroeder. Short jumper stays out. Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to cash in. Chandler's shot off the mark. Here's Schroeder with it. Up by 6. Big man, Steven Adams. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. He'll run the offense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Off the mark at the line. It's LA Clippers ball. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Paul George. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Gilgeous-Alexander from the painted area.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
Shot won't go. And throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Changes coming from both sides right now. Knocked loose. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Williams. Won't go down. To George. Short jumper won't go down. LA Clippers with the basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander to Bamutek. Here comes the screen. Oh, whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Knocked loose. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Gilgeous-Alexander. Won't go. And that's rebounded by Noel. To Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. George. Textbook defense. Gets it in the left corner. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Westbrook. To Adams. Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Cruises inside for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Russell Westbrook powers it through. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Knocked loose. Adams' shot can't hit it. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish. And the first half has come to an end. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Thunder were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Clippers may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter.
Game track. Defense.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are exhibiting some great defense. They're refusing to let shooters get comfortable and showing great anticipation in the passing lanes.
Player of the half.
Paul George was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half. And I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Thunder have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunity. The Clippers. And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. Rises for the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Can't connect from in close. There you go. Way to stay with it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
The Thunder have the possession. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
And he's going to the line to shoot.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
And he connects on the first free throw. to convert on both free throws. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. And count the basket.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Jumped too early on that one.
Russell Westbrook with the rock to Paul George. Westbrook. Big man, Steven Adams. 4 out of 7.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Beverly. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Has a look. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Strong finish for Paul George.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Here comes the screen. Williams. Count the bucket for 2.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Now Adams down low. Big man, Steven Adams. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Old school equals high percentage.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Williams. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Westbrook. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Williams into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Lou Williams. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 83% free throw shooter. Goes 2 for 2. Westbrook into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And scores. Strong take.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Knocked loose. Westbrook with it. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. Gilgeous-Alexander, keep an eye on this guy. Slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
That misses with a second to go. 3 quarters down, the Thunder in command of this one. The Thunder have it to start the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Clippers have the basketball. Beverly has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
With a drop step. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Down low, Noel. JaMychal Green sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beverly to Williams. Patrick Patterson snatching it out of the air. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Dennis Schroeder at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's LA Clippers ball. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Knocked loose. Thunder have it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
To Beverly. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Short jumper stays out.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Beverly. And the rebound taken in by George.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Down low, Gallinari. Short jumper off the mark. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And the rebound cleared by Gallinari. And count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Thunder with the basketball. Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. Second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Williams. Patrick Patterson with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Easy path to the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Williams curling inside. Off the assist.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
George. Reset here. Let's see what they do. And he hits.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Count it.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
To George. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. After the tie-up, let's see who can retain it. Scores from the post.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Good victory here for the Thunder. They move to 1-0 in their new campaign. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder were merciless in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Clippers seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Defense. the game.
Paul Jordan. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
We got London on the track.